Good day, and welcome to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. And let's get right to it. So, I want to pick up where I kind of left off yesterday. Some of the worst teams in the history of the NBA, and I was thinking about this morning. The Detroit Pistons, and I don't even watch the pathetic product that the NBA is today. But I'm keeping an eye on the Detroit Pistons losing streak, because every time I sneak a peek just to see if something interesting is happening in the NBA. And right now, the Detroit Pistons are on a 24-game losing streak. Okay. So, they kind of made me go back and research some of the longest losing streaks by some of the worst teams in the NBA. Okay. And some of the most inept teams of the NBA. That honor would probably have to go to the 1972-73 Philadelphia 76ers, who went 9-73. Okay. Check this out. They are the only team in NBA history with 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 double-digit losing streaks in one season. Okay? That's unbelievable, man. They had 4 double-digit losing streaks in 1973. Okay? 4 double-digit losing streaks. Lord have mercy. They lost 15 straight to open the season. Then they had a losing streak of 18. Then they had 2 different losing streaks of 13 and 13. Okay. So, the most inept team in NBA history. The 76ers. 4 different losing streaks in one season. 4 double-digit losing streaks in one season. So, of course, when you talk about losing streaks, you got to talk about the Clippers. In 1989, the Clippers lost 19 straight during the season. And in the process of losing 19 straight, they also had a record of 1-32. Okay. So they had a 19-game losing streak, and overall they had a record of 1-32. Okay. They lost 19 straight, won 1, and then lost several more games in a row. And the Clippers. No, not the Clippers, but the Miami Heat, who were a expansion team at that time. So maybe, no, still. The Miami Heat, in their first season, they lost 17 straight to open the 88-89 season. So the Miami Heat lost 17 straight on the way to finishing with 15 wins for the whole year. Okay. So, the 1990-91 Kings, probably one of the worst road teams in the history of the NBA. They went 1-40. Okay. So, I remember early in the season, they lost their first couple of road games. Okay. And then they defeated the Washington Bullets 87-82 on the road early in the season. Okay. So after that, the Kings lost 36 straight on the road for the rest of that year. Okay. Let me say that again. The Sacramento Kings lost 36 straight games on the road during the 1990-91 season, and to finish 1-40 on the road, with that lone win coming in Washington. Okay. And that was early in the season. So, of course, the Dallas Mavericks of 1993. The Mavericks had 3 double-digit losing streaks of 12, 15, and 18. And in 1994, the Mavericks had 3 different losing streaks of 20, 16, and 17. So 93 and 94 through 164 games, because that's 82 games in 93, 82 games in 94. Out of those 164 games, the Dallas Mavericks won 24 games over a period of 2 years. Think about that for a second. 24 games over 2 years. Yeah, the Mavericks were pretty inept, to say the least. Now we go back to the Clippers, who finished 17 and 65 in 1995, and they lost 16 straight to open the 94-95 season. Okay, but this team that lost 16 straight to open the season also took the Orlando Magic to overtime in Orlando. And for those of you who don't remember, the Orlando Magic were 39-2 at home in 94-95, okay? They were 39-2 at home. But the team that lost 16 straight games to open the season, the Clippers, took them to overtime in Orlando. Orlando won, but yeah. Kind of makes you think about the 95 finals, huh? I'm sorry. Let me move on. The Clippers, during the lockout season, lost 17 straight to open a season, and they finished the year at 9-41. And unfortunately, the 99-2000 Clippers had losing streaks of 17, 13, and 10. Okay. So, and then, but I mentioned at the beginning that the Pistons lost 24 straight, okay? That the Pistons have lost 24 straight. And they're only 3 shy of tying the Cleveland Cavaliers of 2011, who lost 27 straight games in a row. Okay, so they're 3 away from tying the Cavaliers, and they're 4 away from breaking the historic record. Okay. And so I'm kind of keeping an eye on that losing streak to see if the record is broken. Okay. So, yeah, but the Cavaliers lost 27 straight. Byron Scott was the coach. Okay. Yeah. So let's transition from losing streaks from inept teams to the Phoenix Suns of 96, 97, okay? So, 1997 was an interesting year, okay? Of course, the Barkley deal, they trade Barkley in the offseason to the Rockets for Ori, Cassell, whatnot. And so the Phoenix Suns, so Cotton Fitzsimmons, who was the coach of the Suns at the start of the year, he resigned after the team started 0-8. Okay. And Danny Ainge took over for the rest of the season. And overall, the Suns lost their first 13 games in a row. So they started the season 0-13. Okay. And so, Through 46 games, they were 15-31. Then, if you remember, the Jason Kidd deal, where they acquired Jason Kidd from the Dallas Mavericks in the trade that sent AC Green to the Mavericks. Okay, so they acquired Jason Kidd from the Mavericks, but through 46 games they were 15-31, and through 54 games they were 19-35. Okay, and seemingly no shot of making a playoffs. Then something funny happened. They won 21 of their last 28 games, okay, to end the year, which included an 11-game winning streak. Okay. So how many teams in NBA history can do that? Where you lose your first 13 games in a row. Then you turn around and win 21 of your last 28 games, which included an 11-game win streak. So the Phoenix Suns, I think, are the first team in history to lose their first 13 and then have a winning streak of over 10. Go figure. Nonetheless, they finished 40-42 and made the playoffs. Took the Seattle Supersonics to 5 games. And, so that may have been one of my favorite teams because of the way it started for the Phoenix Suns, losing their first 13. And then sitting there at 19-35, then winning 21 of your last 28. So, yeah. I think that's the only time a team has started 0-13 and made the playoffs. And I think Phoenix still has that record to this very day. A salute to the 1996-97 Phoenix Suns. And let's fast forward to 2005, where the Chicago Bulls, who didn't win jack squat since Jordan retired in 1998. The 2005 Bulls, they hadn't had a winning season in, 6 years? 99, 2001, 2, 3, 4, yeah. They hadn't had a winning season in over 6 years, okay? And they lost their first 9 games to open the season. Scott Skiles was the head coach. So they lost their first nine games of the season. And after 15 games, they were 2-13. Then they ended up finishing the year at 47-35 and made the playoffs. Okay, so I would say the 2005 Chicago Bulls is right behind the Phoenix Suns. Okay, so rarely does a team start 2-13 and end up 47-35 and making an NBA playoffs. Even more rarely, even extremely rare, a team starts 0-13 and makes the playoffs. Phoenix did it. The Bulls, after starting 0-9 and a 2-13 start overall, did it. So yeah. So yeah. Just some of the inept teams of all time, and just some of the teams who looked like they were gonna be inept. Phoenix, Chicago, and made to play playoffs. But I still say that the 72-73 Sixers gets the award. Gets my high vote for the most inept team of all time. I just still can't get over the fact that that team had 4 different losing streaks in one season. Oh, my goodness. I just can't get over that. 4 different losing streaks in one season. That's hard. That's hard, okay? That's hard. That is very, very hard to do. It is. All right. That's it for Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. Peace out. God bless.